We're looking back at the NFL Combine here at SeniorBowl.com with Phil Savage, the Executive Director of the Reese Senior Bowl. We've looked at the stars of the Combine and the winners from the offensive side of the ball. Now we're focusing on the winners of the week from the defensive side. We're going by position. Let's start with defensive tackle, where it was a Senior Bowl kid who was a late add to our roster, and he continued that momentum.
Yeah, Javon Hargrave, South Carolina State, came to the Thursday practice, then played in the game. But he tested extremely well at the Combine. 6'1", 309 pounds, ran 4.93 in the 40, bench pressed 29 times, and then had a 34.5-inch vertical jump. He gives you a real inside presence as a pass rusher. I think he's going to be a surprise day 2 draft pick in the 2nd or 3rd round. A couple of other guys to mention, Sheldon Day from Notre Dame. He worked out as a defensive tackle, defensive end, outside linebacker. He was all over the field, but I think he helped himself. And then how about Sheldon Rankins from Louisville? I think he firmly established himself as a 1st-round pick. Not sure if it'll be in the top 15 or the top 30, but I think he's going in round 1.
How about on the outside, defensive ends?
Yeah, defensive ends. We talked about Charles Tapper being a star of the day from the Sunday workouts, and of course he tested well, ran 4.59 the 40. But a couple of other guys were Carl Nassib from Penn State, 6'7", 275 pounds or so, ran 4.84. But he just has a knack for rushing the passer. I think his numbers were good enough to make sure and ensure his position is somewhere in probably the first 2 rounds of the draft. And then Bronson Kaufusi from BYU. This is a man 6'6", 285 pounds. He had some excellent shuttle time, 7:03 in the 3-cone, which is very fast. That's what DBs used to do 10 years ago. And then 4.25 in the short shuttle. Okay. So Bronson Kaufusi is someone to keep your eye on as an inside-outside combination for a team.
Oh, well, how about the linebackers then?
Linebackers, to me, Deion Jones from LSU. Now, he's right at 220 pounds. He ran 4.59 the 40, but that speed translates to special teams on 4th down. We know he can defend the pass on 3rd down, and if he can just gain 10 more pounds, he can play on 1st and 2nd down and prove to be a 4-down player, which is a valuable asset to have on your football team. So I like Deion Jones. I thought Reggie Ragland and then Joshua Perry from Ohio State. Ragland, of course, from Alabama, ran 4.72, which is enough at the inside backer position to secure his status as a 1st rounder. And I thought Josh Perry at 254 pounds ran 4.68. He's a big man that can move. I thought he helped himself as well.
You know, if Jones wants to gain 10 pounds, he can just come work down here for a couple weeks at the Reese Senior Bowl. I'll add those 10 pounds for him real quick. All right, let's look at the secondary. Start with the corners.
Yeah, of course, we highlighted Jonathan Jones as one of our stars of the day on Monday, and he was the fastest DB there, 4.33. I think he's really upped his stock here over the last month or so. Then Cyrus Jones, technically sound, secure in his footwork, catches the ball well, punt returner, he did well. And then Tavon Young, young man from Temple. He showed up here in Mobile in the practices and in the game. Then he also did the same thing at the Combine, ran 4.47, looked very impressive in the workouts. And although he's undersized, he's a feisty competitor. I really like him at the next level.
All right, and final position, safety.
Yeah, Sean Davis from Maryland, 6'1", 201 pounds, ran 4.46 in the 40, but showed all the vertical explosiveness that people really want from that position. 37.5-inch vertical, 10.6 in the broad, and then his shuttle times were good, 6.64 in the 3-cone. I mean, that's what Dwayne Starks did for us as a 1st-round pick back in 1998 with the Ravens, and then 3.97 the short shuttle. I thought Sean Davis, as a safety, really established himself as a top candidate. KJ Dillon from West Virginia is worth mentioning in terms of his overall athletic ability. And then, of course, Tyvis Powell from Ohio State. Combination, height, weight, speed. He's an underclassman, 4th-year junior that graduated, played in our game. I think he's got a bright future ahead of him as well.
All right, plenty of bright futures from all those guys. They are the winners on the defensive side of the ball from the NFL Combine.